With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Good morning, high school baseball fans, and welcome out to Portland, Texas. Final day of the Gregory-Portland Tournament, day 3, and we've got 3 ball games for you here this morning. Starting off with the Moody Trojans and the San Antonio Homeschool Wolverines. So, looks like the Moody Trojans are going to be the visiting team here in this ball game. So, got Justin Perales with me here in the booth. Justin, can you give us a starting lineup for the visitors, the Moody Trojans?
Leading off will be the second baseman, number 12, Derek Hernandez. Batting second, the left fielder, Roman Rodriguez. Batting third, the first baseman, number 23, James Perales. Batting fourth will be today's pitcher, Jonathan Everett. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Nomar Sines. Sines is hitting for number 13, Jordan Ramos, behind the plate. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Damian Sanchez. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 21, Aiden Gonzalez. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 9, Josh Gonzalez. And rounded it off will be the center fielder, number 8, AJ Hernandez.
Trojans coming into this ball game, they are 10-5 overall, and they are 3-0 in tournament play coming into this ball game. And the San Antonio Homeschool Wolverines are going to be the home team here in this ball game. Let's get you the starting lineup for the Wolverines. Leading off, the shortstop, number 27, Gabriel Garza. Batting second is the right fielder, number 25, Garrett Rangel. Batting third, the catcher, number 39, Ian Ruggiero. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, number 16, Chance Chapman. Chapman will bat for the pitcher, number 17, Jacob Ward. Batting fifth will be the left fielder, number 33, Tristan Eilers. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 9, Lucas Landon. Batting seventh for the Wolverines is the third baseman, number 15, Hamilton Moy. Batting eighth, and wearing number 6, Aiden Delgado. Delgado will play second. And batting ninth for the Wolverines, number 2, Gage Centeni. And Centeni is the center fielder. So that is starting lineup for both of these ball clubs. We don't have a record for the Wolverines, but I think the Wolverines are looking for their first win of the weekend heading into this ball game. And so they will face the Moody Trojans. The Trojans 3-0 coming in here. And the Wolverines taking their warm-up pitches. Jacob Ward on the mound. Ruggiero, the catcher. In the outfield, left to right, Eilers, Centeni, and Rangel. In the infield, Landon at first, Delgado at second, Garza the shortstop, and Moy at third.
So leading off will be the second baseman, number 12, Derek Hernandez.
Let's get you some numbers on Derek as he steps up to the plate. Derek coming in, batting .368 on the season for Moody, 4 for 38, 1 double, 3 runs driven in, a team high 17 runs scored for the leadoff man.
One of those, Jake, a tag up from second base. We saw last night play that Coach Gallegos after the game said, "Wow." He was very impressed with that young man. So as we're about to get underway here, the first pitch gonna miss for ball 1. As we have a 9:28 first pitch. Jake with the assist there.
No virtual scoreboard this morning. Is kind of same situation that we've been having.
That 1-0 pitch gonna miss up for ball 2.
So signal issues here out in Portland for us, and so we're going to go no virtual scoreboard. We found that the scoreboard weighs heavy on the signal, and so rather bring you a full live stream, and we'll keep up with the count and the innings and the score for you.
That 2-0 pitch gonna miss for ball 3. So 3 balls, no strikes here to start this ball game. Like Jake was saying, we will keep you updated as best as we can. Feel free to hit us up in the chat. The 3-0 pitch gonna be called strike 1. So 3-1 count here to Derek Hernandez. 3-1 pitch gonna miss down for ball 4. So it'll be a leadoff walk for Derek Hernandez. We know more than likely he's gonna be running at some point, as that'll bring up the left fielder Roman Rodriguez. Coach Gudillo giving his signs here. Trojans with their royal blue tops, gray bottoms, and the Wolverines with their black tops. Looks like a little bit of a cream pinstripe, Jake.
Yeah, big black stripe down the sides of the pants, but they've got the pinstripes.
As that first pitch can be called strike 1. Rodriguez squared around and pulled it back.
Looks like they might be royal blue, black and white maybe are their colors, because they've got a royal blue bill and the royal blue lettering, which is going to make it tough for us to see the numbers today. But a unique combination on the uni, and there goes
That 0-1 pitch going to be inside. Derek Hernandez going to, don't know what the call was there. Oh, they're going to call him out, so he will be caught stealing there. That was a weird call from the umpire. It looked like it was kind of like a safe and out mixture right there. But a good throw right there from Ruggiero.
Coach Gudillo talking to Rodriguez, and the body language of Rodriguez right there. Perhaps he missed the sign.
Yeah, I mean, possible hit and run, but that ball almost got a piece of him there. Would have been tough to hit or to even swing at. So the 1-1 pitch going to be called strike 2. Tough runner to throw out, especially on that pitch where he had to reach across his body as the catcher, and took a perfect throw. So 1-2 count, 1 out. And the pitch going to be hit to the first baseman. First baseman going to get over his head, actually, just over his head. So a single there.
Looks like a scorcher in the books,
Yeah,
Justin.
definitely. Not hit the hardest. So that'll bring up the first baseman, number 23, James Perales.
1 on, 1 out. Here in the top of the first inning, no score. So if you're just joining us, you haven't missed a whole lot here. Ray Garcia checking in. Moody Trojan fan.
First pitch to Perales. Be in there, called strike 1. Exterminator over here.
You and me both.
So 0-1
got
count
one
here,
too.
runner at first base. We are just starting this ball game, top of the first inning. The 0-1 pitch, going to miss inside for ball 1.
Jacob Ward, the right-hander on the mound for the Wolverines. One down for the Moody Trojans.
Wind not blowing as much as it was yesterday, Jake, but still kind of blowing out towards left field. Seen a lot of home runs here in this tournament. So it'll be a pickoff attempt over to first. Rodriguez in there safely.
Yes, we have seen a lot of home runs.
I don't know if you saw. Did you see any of the last game?
I did
last
not.
Night? Okay.
No home runs in that last game. But 6 home runs total.
Did see a lot of runs though. I believe we've had almost 10-run rule in every game.
All but one. There
That
goes
pitch
the
is gonna
runner.
be popped foul. A little bit of a hit and run there. We've seen when the balls roll back on the net here, they have a little, like a big pole, they come out and they knock the ball back in the field.
Yeah, we were wondering about it the other day, and then as soon as we said it, they came out with that long pole and popped the ball back out.
So 1-2 count here to Perales. Runner at first base, 1 out. Ward in the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. It's going to be popped up. See if that one gets out of play. That will get out of play as well. So there's 2 baseballs up here. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that pole definitely homemade.
Yeah.
Somebody
Someone got smart, yeah.
smarter than you and I, and made a pole.
Possible welding team here at Gregory-Portland. So we'll have the 1-2 count here again. Ward going to get his signs. And the 1-2 pitch. Going to be hit hard past the first baseman. And Rodriguez was on the move, so he will advance to third base. So a single there for Perales.
First and third with 1 out for the Trojan pitcher, John Everett. And I don't know why I always do James wrong, and I forget to give his stats. So I have to get him the next time around. I don't think I gave the stats for Roman either, just to be honest here. So I'll get Roman and James the next time around.
So John Everett stepping up, trying to help himself out here. With 1 out, runners at the corners. First pitch going to be called, strike 1.
Everett coming in batting .321, 9 for 28, 1 double, 8 runs driven in. James, before that base hit, let's give his stats. .342 on the season, 13 for 38.
That 0-1 pitch can be hit out the left field. Left fielder going to make a nice sliding play. That will allow Rodriguez to come in. So a sac fly there for John Everett, helping himself out. Getting a run on the board for the Trojans. But Alice will not advance from first base. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 20, Nomar Signs.
Nomar leading the team, batting .415, 17 for 41, 5 doubles, 1 home run. He's driven in 10. Only second to Mr. Perales over there at first base. He's driven in 11. A couple of young men who have played baseball together their whole life, pretty much.
The first pitch of Signs going to be called, strike 1.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, but you pick 'em?
Yeah.
Nomar throwing for the Trojans last night against the Badgers, picked up the win. His first win of the season. He's pitched against a couple of tough opponents in his first two outings.
Yeah. He was the opening night starter against the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, taking a loss in that one. Followed it up by the next week facing the Calallen Wildcats. Also taking a loss in that one. Actually pitched a pretty good game that one, Jake. As that 1-1 pitch can be popped into foul territory, and it will land foul.
Third baseman Moy.
Wind playing tricks with some people today. We've seen it all weekend though, Jake. A lot of pop flies dropped from a bunch of different teams. Hasn't been the cleanest of weekends, defensive wise.
No, definitely not. And I don't know if the wind blows like this all the time here in Portland, or if it's just a windy weekend. But man, it has really howled. And you can see the flags out there. They're whipping pretty good right now. So you get some gusts.
So before the 1-2 pitch, Signs will step out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and we have a 1-0 lead for the Trojans here in the top of the first inning.
Peralez the runner over at first base.
1-2 pitch, going to be called strike 3, so Signs will go down looking. So for Moody, it's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors committed. And for the Wolverines, it'll be Garza, Rangel, and Ruggiero. You're listening to Blast Vision Live.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas Athletics.
Rick Signs with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas Athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Peralez with you here this morning. And John Everett on the mound for the Moody Trojans. And he will deal to the top of the Wolverine order. In the outfield, left to right, Rodriguez, Hernandez, and Sanchez. Peralez at first. Derek Hernandez at second. Aiden Gonzalez, the shortstop. Josh Gonzalez at third. And Jordan Ramos behind the dish. So let's get you some information here, some stats on John Everett. Where's number 14? He is a junior left-hander for the Trojans. Everett 0-1 on the season, 3 innings pitched. This is his first start of the season. He has appeared in 2 ball games in relief. And Everett allowing 1 run on no hits, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts, 2.33 ERA for the junior left-hander. And Justin trying to help get the scoreboard going out here. We'll give you the scoreboard, and it is a 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. No virtual scoreboard. We're hoping to get better signal and having some issues out here in Portland with the signal, so found that the virtual
over here.
the virtual scoreboard sometimes taking too much juice, and so it affects our signal when the signal is weak. So no virtual scoreboard. We'll keep you updated. Here we go in the bottom of the first, and Everett will deal to Gabriel Garza. First pitch swinging, and that one is going to be lifted into left field, but it's going to get down foul.
Nice swing there from Garza.
So 0-1 the count.
Jumping on that first pitch.
One pitch from the windup and fouls that one off as well. So 0-2 the count on Garza. I was kind of running through the scores, and I do believe that the Wolverines, they are looking for their first win here in this ball game. And the 0-2 pitch is going to be fouled off. So we'll do it again at 0-2.
Believe they played the Veterans Memorial Eagles.
That was a game that I called. I know that the Eagles won that ball game.
I get some scores actually here.
I believe they played the Ray Texans. We'll find out for sure. 0-2 pitch driven into center field at Hernandez to his right, and he'll make the grab, one away.
Mr. Automatic out there, back out there for the Trojans. So the Wolverines took an 11-1 loss to the Veterans Memorial Eagles. They took a 8-7 loss to the Ingleside Mustangs. No, give me a second. Yeah, Ingleside Mustangs. And then don't have Friday's updated scores. But they did play the King Mustangs and the Ray Texans yesterday.
So yeah, I know King and Ray both have won, I believe, all of their ball games. So
getting 3 CCISD schools.
First pitch to Garrett Rangel misses for ball one. 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to be grounded to the third baseman Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a diving effort towards the line, but it's going to get...
Yeah, nice job by Rodriguez out in left field. Going to hold the runner to just a single. That ball's hit really hard, Jake. Josh Gonzalez trying to gave a great effort there.
Yeah, diving towards the line.
Called the hot corner for a reason.
Next batter will be the catcher, Ian Ruggiero.
Some big guys here for the homeschool team.
Swing and a miss.
Young man on deck, looks about 35 years old with a full beard.
The young man
Shout
pitched.
out to the beard, though. That's an awesome beard.
He has a better beard than I do, man. And I said that the other night he was on the mound for the homeschool team, and he I was giving him some props for the beard there.
For sure. Didn't mean that as an insult, so I actually like the beard. Most high school teams don't allow their teams to even have any kind of facial hair, so that's where I was getting at with that. As that pitch can be called strike 2.
And it looks like he keeps up with it too, and
yes.
that's pretty impressive. Most high school kids don't keep up with the hygiene at all.
I got a little facial hair going on right now. Spring break. Go back to work on Monday.
Got to clean it up, brother. Clean it up. There's a strike, and Ruggiero goes down looking for out number 2. So 2 away. Rangel at first base, and the designated hitter, Chance Chapman, to the plate. He bats for the pitcher, Jacob Ward.
To go along with that beard, he actually has some nice flow there too, Jake.
Yes, he does.
Some nice hair out here.
I'm telling you.
That's a new trend too that you're starting to see a little bit more in the high school ranks.
Absolutely.
They see the guys in the pros and in college with all different kinds of hairdos.
One 0 pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 the count on Chapman.
Baseball's definitely a trendy sport. Kind of kids want to see, they see the big leaguers doing it, and they kind of just, it trickles down to different levels of the ranks.
Yeah, all the kids that could do it with the pineapple look after the Astros got that World Series win.
We've seen the blonde hair trend before. We've seen the lines in their hairs.
The faux hawk.
A little bit of everything.
But you're right. We've seen a lot of the long hair. And Chapman definitely got the flow going on there. 2-1 count. Runner on the move, and the pitch is fouled off.
A tomahawk swing right there. Almost in that 300 feet to the left behind him.
Some construction going on back there.
Yeah, they might not get that baseball back.
Heads up out there.
Gonna get close to where the umpires park.
So Rangel, the runner at first base. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Moody lead. Everett on the mound, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the first. So for the Wolverines, no runs, one hit, no errors, one man left on. Due up for Moody, Sanchez, Gonzalez, and Gonzalez when we come back. Last Vision Live from Portland, Texas.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. And it is a booth today. We're up in the booth here at this ballpark.
So for the Trojans this inning, it'll be Sanchez, Gonzalez, and Gonzalez. Damian Sanchez leading off. He is playing right field today. Damian was hit by a pitch yesterday. Actually saw him post a video of it. It was it was a lot funnier than when it actually happened. There's a big curveball that got a piece of his helmet. The funniest part was you just hear the reaction from the dugout. They all had a good time with that.
Let's get you some numbers here on Sanchez as
The first pitch gonna be called strike one.
Sanchez coming in batting .364, 4-4-11, one double, 4 runs driven in, 2 hit by pitch, 1 was yesterday.
0-1 pitch, gonna miss outside for ball 1. One thing we did, being a little bit closer to the dugout, Jake, we noticed that the Trojans dugout sounded real alive yesterday in those ball games, as that 1-1 pitch going to be swung on and missed. I mean, we were riding the action. We could actually hear everything that was going on.
Yeah, so different, right? The feel to be right there in it, and not just in with the fans, but like you said, that ballpark real tight. So
foul balls, everything. We had,
yeah,
we had a little bit of everything. Got dogs barking. 1-2 pitch, going to be hit up the middle for a base hit. I believe the last 3 hits for Sanchez have all been base hits up the middle for him. That's a good sign for the young man, as that'll bring up the shortstop, number 21, Aiden Gonzalez. Aiden, see if Jake get us some stats here.
The assist right there from Justin. 306 coming into the ball game. 11 for 36, 1 double, 2 runs driven in. He scored 12. Only Derek Hernandez has scored more runs than Aiden Gonzalez.
That first pitch going to be called strike 1. Yeah, another young man that we've seen, like you said, like Hernandez, just gets on base and makes things happen on the base path. We've seen him take some extra bases, catching some teams asleep.
Has 5 stolen bases.
That pitch is going to be hit out in the center field. The center fielder, Santini, going to be there to make the play.
Only Derek Hernandez has more stolen bases at 12.
So that'll bring up the third baseman, number 9, Josh Gonzalez. Josh Gonzalez having some good at-bats yesterday. I believe he got walked 3 times in that ball game.
Yeah, 3 of his 5 walks on the season were all yesterday.
First pitch to Gonzalez. They're going to call a balk. So Damian Sanchez will take second base. Let's see if they give me. Still learning this game changer. I was fed to the wolves on Monday.
Literally.
Having to learn on the fly. Came out of that.
Got him a crash course.
Felt like I came out of that all right.
Got him
Throat took a little bit of a, my throat was hurting a little bit the next day, but first pitch to Gonzalez going to be popped up high into center field. Center fielder Santini. Actually, the shortstop going to come in and make the play. Ball hung up there.
Yeah, hit that one high.
Started like right at the center fielder and just floated back. Still trying to wake up, Jake.
2 outs here.
That'll bring up AJ Hernandez. From up here, everything looks like it's going to the outfield.
The netting might have a little bit to do with that too.
First pitch to Hernandez. Going to be called strike 1.
Like Josh, AJ still trying to get going here in the season. Young man, to his credit, has played some great defense. So
yeah, we've seen from those 2 guys though in their career that once they get going, they're hard to stop. As he gets a bunt down third base line, that ball is just going to roll foul.
Yeah, almost.
I was just about to say that something like a bunt.
Might
A
change
bunt
things.
or just a little chopper up the middle,
yeah.
get you going. Both those guys, seniors, and they've been through it before. They know eventually it's going to turn around and they're going to get going.
Both of them 3-year starters.
So Damian Sanchez over at second base, 2 outs, 0-2 count here to AJ Hernandez. 0-2 pitch, going to be hit hard to the left side, foul. One thing we have seen from AJ Hernandez over the years is he's one of those pesky hitters that just he puts up a good at bat every time he's in there, and he'll see a lot of pitches. Usually you see him up in the leadoff spot. Today he's in the 9 hole, so he's a second leadoff. The 0-2 pitch, going to miss high for ball 1. Got to have these guys in your lineup, Jake. Guys that have good eyes and make good contact. Makes it tough on the pitching staff.
Yeah, they'll be happy to get him going, and like I said, to his credit, he's done a great job on defense, trying to work his way through the offensive struggles.
1-2 pitch going to be popped up in the infield. Damian Sanchez is going to come around, and that play is going to be caught. That ball's going to be caught, actually. So for Moody, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. It'll be Eilers, Landon, and Moy for the homeschool team. You're listening to Blast Vision Live.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast booth here in Portland, Texas. Game 3 of the Gregory-Portland Tournament. Our final day here at the ballpark. We are at the high school field. We'll have 3 ball games for you here. Moody with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Here comes the pitch, and first pitch swinging. And that one is going to be lifted into left field, not deep. And the left fielder Rodriguez will make the grab. The batter was Tristan Eilers. So Eilers, 1 pitch, 1 out.
First pitch going to be called strike 1.
The batter, Lucas Landon. So Landon looks at ball 1, a ball and a strike. John Everett on the mound for the Trojans, left-hander. And the 1-1 pitch, here it comes, swing and a miss. 1-2. No virtual scoreboard today, so if you're just joining in, no scoreboard. Trying to preserve the signal there so we can just bring you the game. And that pitch is going to be swung on and missed. Sorry, I looked away a second there.
Got both of us there.
Got us. So 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning, and the batter, third baseman Hamilton Moy, to the plate. Everett from the windup. Here comes the pitch. And there's a strike. That one's going to be lifted into right field, going over Sanchez to his right, and he'll make the grab. So the Wolverines go quietly here in the bottom of the second, rather. No runs, hits, or errors. No one left on base. The Trojans will send up Hernandez, Rodriguez, and Perales, top of the order, when we come back. Blast Vision live from Portland, Texas.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staples Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staples Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staples Street is set to open in early 2022. Staples Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call for you here in this one. We head to the top of the third inning. The Trojans have a 1-0 lead. Top of the order for Moody, Hernandez, Rodriguez, and Perales.
So Derek Hernandez, no official at bat yet, as he was walked his first time up. So here we go. Jacob Ward back on the mound for the Wolverines. First pitch to Hernandez is going to be called strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Going to be fouled back. Strike two. So Ward getting ahead of Hernandez here in the top of the third inning. 1-0 lead for the Trojans. The 0-2 pitch. Going to be hit hard up the middle. Be a base hit for Derek Hernandez. So that'll bring up the left fielder, Roman Rodriguez. Rodriguez 1 for 1 on the day. Hit a ball just over the first baseman's head, his first at bat.
Game 1 of 3. Final 3 games of the tournament for us. This one, Moody and the San Antonio Homeschool Wolverines. Up next, we'll have the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, the host team, against the Robstown Cotton Pickers. And our final game of the tournament will be the Veterans Memorial Eagles and the Ingleside Mustangs.
That first pitch going to be called strike one.
I want to say thank you to Coach Jonesy for having us here, and to all of his staff, Coach Elmeyer as well, as he's been a great help to us here at the tournament. So I want to thank those guys for hosting this tournament and for having us here. We appreciate that. We had a good time.
That 0-1 pitch going to be called strike two. So no balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first base, no outs. Roman Rodriguez. The 0-2 pitch. There goes Hernandez, and that ball's going to be fouled off to the left side.
Didn't get you the stats for Roman first time around, so let's get them for you now. Batting .300 coming into this ball game, 9 for 30, couple of doubles, 7 runs driven in, and he has scored 11 runs for the Trojans.
So 0-2 count here. Rodriguez steps back in.
Want to give a shout out to Rick Rodriguez checking in on the chat. Wants to know who brought the tacos, and that was Justin's job.
The 0-2 pitch going to be hit to the shortstop. Little flare. Going to attempt to drop it there.
It was a good try.
Yeah. Actually seen that play.
I was going to say, I think we've seen that
that was
once before.
actually in a playoff game back in the day.
And it worked.
And it worked, yeah. It was
A young
I don't
man
think
that
I've
we
ever seen it worked again, but
a young man we talked about the other day, Marcus Villarreal. We talked about him at the plate. Villanueva.
As James Perales will step in here, first pitch, gonna miss outside. Hernandez gonna take second base there. So get some revenge back on the catcher there.
It's an even split on the day.
I believe the game was at Whataburger Field when that play occurred, Jake.
Yes.
It was kind of similar line drive, pop fly to the shortstop, and he dropped it. I believe it was an infield fly was going to be the call.
Right.
That 1-0 pitch going to miss outside for ball 2.
Infield fly, I believe, was the call.
And the guy took off from second base, and they threw him out at third.
That's just the kind of player that Marcus was, though.
Something Coach Gallegos, stuff we went over in practice, never knew when it was going to be used. It's a 2-0 pitch, going to miss down for ball 3.
I remember Marcus another time, and I believe it was a game at Whataburger Field as well, and it was a pass ball on the catcher, and Marcus was at the plate, and he starts yelling, or he points in the opposite direction. The catcher starts running over there, and the ball was on the other side. So just, yeah, I don't know why you would ever trust the batter to begin with, but
That 3-0 pitch going to be called strike one. So 3-1 count, 1 out, runner at second base here in the top of the third inning. The 3-1 pitch going to be pop foul. So it'll be 3-2 count.
Jacob Ward, the pitcher for the homeschool team.
The 3-2 pitch going to miss high for ball 4. So Pedales will take a walk there. And that'll bring up the pitcher, number 14, John Everett.
Sack fly, I
Sack
believe.
fly, yeah. Sack fly is first at bat. So
Driven in the only run of the ball game. Chance right here to add to the Moody lead.
first pitch to Everett. Gonna miss outside for ball 1. Catcher gonna call timeout.
Don't forget, if you're watching the game right now on the YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of the action.
Yeah, we got some big district games coming up this
Sure
next
do.
week. As after today, from now on, it'll majority of the games, with a possible couple bye weeks in there, have some non-district, but the majority will be district games. We all know those games are the ones that matter.
Yeah,
As they're big games.
We do a lot of 29-5A, and that's a really good district right there. So almost every game is a big game.
Yeah,
in that district.
1-0 pitch going to miss for ball 2.
And we've got some big ones coming up. So you guys be sure to also check us out. We put up our schedule weekly on 361hsblast.com under the Blast Vision tab. Check out our weekly schedule.
That 2-0 pitch can be fouled back.
We've got
just to give you an idea of what's coming up, not necessarily for us, but for the district games. The Moody Trojans will take on the Carroll Tigers, the Veterans Memorial Eagles, and the Ray Texans. We got Moody and Vets on Friday, so there's some good games coming up in this district.
And we will, that pitch is going to be fouled off as well. We are working out some trying to see where we can get coverage for the week, so we're still waiting to hear back from Rudy Trevino to see if he might be able to make it in town. So we don't know exactly what ball games we'll be at yet, and Rudy's trying to, I believe he doesn't get his work schedule until Sundays, so I don't think he knows what he's going to be working next week and whether or not he'll be able to make it down, but hopefully he can, and we can get several ball games in for you this week coming up. But we're going to get as many as we can every single week, and we put that schedule up on 361hsblast.com under the Blast Vision tab. But you can also check us out. Runners on the move right there. The pitch is grounded right back to the pitcher, and it was hit hard by Everett. But with the runners on the move there, Derek Hernandez just too fast. The pitcher, on a fielder's choice, he throws it over to third base, and everybody is safe, so they're loaded up here for Moody, 1 out, and the batter will be the designated hitter, Nomar Science.
So just real quick, I know this is the district schedule. So Carroll Moody, Tuesday at 6 o'clock at Cavness. Vets and Ray at Whataburger Field that same day at 6 o'clock. Flower Bluff at Gregory-Portland, so they'll be here in Gregory-Portland, 7 o'clock's first pitch. And then Victoria East and West play there in Victoria at 7 o'clock. So that's the Tuesday schedule for district.
And an assist right there.
29-5A.
Assist right there from 361hsblast.com. They've got a
you
composite schedule up there, so
Big
you
time
can
right there.
You can check out everything that's going on, especially 29-5A, but all the teams that they cover.
A complete schedule here too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Matt Rogers does a great job with getting that composite schedule together every week. That pitch is going to be ripped Out to left field all the way to the corner. 1 run will score. Here comes Perales. He will score. And they put Vidal into run. So Vidal, running for the pitcher, makes it to third base. It's a 2 RBI double for Nomar Sainz and a 3-0 Moody lead. So second and third for Moody here in the top of the 3rd inning. At the plate is the right fielder, Damian Sanchez. And Sanchez, I believe, got a base hit his first time up, so he's 1 for 1 in the ball game.
First pitch to Sanchez, going to miss outside for ball 1.
So when you go check out our schedule on a weekly basis,
yeah, give 361 HS Blast a look. I always see Jake kind of getting rosters and all kinds of, there's all these cool things you can find on there.
Stats are going to be coming up here real soon too, so
that 1-0 pitch can be swung on and missed.
So yeah, rosters, schedules, stats coming up.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff.
If you're bored and you want to look over what happened during football season, there's some football information on there too.
There sure is. Game stories, you name it.
So the 1-1 pitch is going to be called strike 2. Catching the bottom of the strike zone there. We'll see Damian Sanchez creep up a little more to the plate, choke up on the bat with 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch going to be hit into left field. Left fielder Eiler is going to get underneath it, and it'll be a sac fly. It's a good job right there from Damian Sanchez, just doing his job.
Another senior for the Trojans that has been on the roster for 3 years. And he started several games as a sophomore.
One thing that we have seen this weekend, Jake, as Aiden Gonzalez will step up, one thing we have seen is the Trojans doing a lot better job with runners in scoring position. Just taking what the pitcher's giving them and just taking the runs and doing a little more of the little things right. The first pitch, Gonzalez going to miss away for ball 1.
And you know firsthand that it is the little things that make a difference, a huge difference in a ball game, especially if you're in a tight ball game.
Yeah, we've seen that. Those 2 district games, leaving some guys on base, it could change an outcome of a ball game. And we've seen it from other teams as well in the district. That pitch going to be swung on and missed. Like Aiden was trying to hit it over that playground in left field. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
We've seen a couple out there.
Yeah, 4-0 lead here for the Trojans.
With the way the wind blows out here, I imagine the kids on Monday morning find a lot of baseballs out there on a weekly basis.
I might have to go out there. That pitch going to miss for ball 2. Go find some baseballs to add to my bucket.
Yesterday morning, Mr. David White, huge Moody Trojan fan, comes to say good morning to me, and he looks at the dimensions of the ballpark over there, Municipal Park, and he says, I think I might want to hit today.
Is that 2-1 pitch going to miss for ball 3? I know I definitely would have liked to.
Just a little bit bigger here at the home field of the Gregory-Portland Wildcats.
Not much.
Not a whole lot. 5 feet more in straightaway center, 10 feet on the lines.
Yeah, it's
so definitely a hitter-friendly park right here, especially with that wind blowing out into left field.
3-1 pitch going to be popped up into shallow right center. Second baseman going to be turned around a few times. That ball's going to get down, so an RBI single there.
And an interference call is going to be made on the first baseman, so Aiden's going to make it to second base. And I saw him, as he was rounding first, the first baseman just right in the way, ran right into him, and the home plate umpire immediately walking out onto the field and signaling the interference call. So happened to Aiden yesterday
we've
too.
Seen that last night as
he got the call over there.
Yeah, got the call, and that The umpire had to let that play kind of finish out yesterday as Aiden tripped running around second base yesterday, and
Yeah,
runner
running in.
Josh Gonzalez taking second base. It was a bang play at second base. They called him safe. So Aiden would have automatically got third base, but as I was told, the play had to be finished. So that'll bring up Josh Gonzalez here, 0 for 1 on the day. Popped up to shortstop his last time up. So the first pitch here to Gonzalez. Big swing and a miss. Gonna get a piece of the catcher. So the ball's gonna be fouled off the catcher's leg.
Going to give the catcher a minute there to catch his breath.
That never feels good.
So quick break in the action, and again, just a reminder of what we've got coming up. So after this ball game, we will have the host team, the Gregory-Portland Wildcats, and the Robstown Cotton Pickers. They're scheduled for a 12 p.m. first pitch. And then the final game of the tournament for us, and should be the final game of the tournament altogether, because I think there was only 2 games out at Municipal Park. So the Veterans Memorial Eagles and the Ingleside Mustangs, that's a 2:30 first pitch. And that will be our last game of the weekend. We've had a good time out here in Portland.
Yeah, just a reminder, Carol Moody, Tuesday at Cabinets. Vets and Ray at Whataburger Field on Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Flower Bluff at Portland, 7 o'clock. And Victoria East and West will play at 7 o'clock. So we still have a little bit of time here. I'll give Fridays as well. It'll be Victoria East at King. Gregory-Portland at Victoria West. Ray at Flower Bluff. And then it'll be Moody and the Veterans Memorial Eagles at 8 o'clock at Cabinets. So a lot of good baseball coming up. I know we're excited for it. So we'll return to the action here. 0-1 count to Josh Gonzalez, 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch going to be hit up the middle. Second baseman Delgado going to backhand it, throw it over to first for out number 3.
But for the Trojans here in the top of the 3rd inning, scoring 4 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, 1 man left on base. Delgado, Centeni, and Garza do up for the Wolverines. 5-0 Moody as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Blast Vision live from Portland, Texas.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales, Double J's.
We in here. We're back here in the booth. I'll tell you what, Jake, I kind of enjoyed being down in the action.
Yeah.
It was something that
Feel
we don't get
kinda-
to do very much. So
Feel kind of far from the
Yeah.
game, right? It's a little bit different. And I mean, we're used to being in the booth. We've for the most part been in the booth all the time. But yeah, I agree with you, man. It was
fun.
It was a lot of fun. You got a defensive change for Moody, now playing third base, Richie Roman. So Roman will play third base, and the batter is Aiden Delgado, and Delgado looks at ball 1. John Everett, the junior left-hander, back out on the mound, and that one spikes it. 2-0 the count. Thank you to everyone who's hit us up on the chat this morning. We appreciate you guys watching the broadcast and keeping us company. That pitch is going to be foul back.
I was ready.
No net. We might have got it.
I might have to go across to the softball side. See a couple baseballs there. Might have to.
Looks like they put in new windows here.
Yeah, they're pretty clean.
Yeah, everything's pretty nice. They did put in new windows here, so and that reminded me of is that pitch.
We fouled back there, so 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It reminded me that a few years back we went to Laredo for the Border Olympics tournament, and they had redone Veterans Field, which is a field that's been around for a long, long time, as that pitch is fouled off as well. Another 2-2 pitch coming up. They had just redone the field. They redone the press box, so they had brand new. The press box was brand new.
Right? It's all turf field now.
Yes, and so they I think they even updated the stands. But anyways, they had a brand new press box, and so we were like, man, this is really nice. Foul ball. First foul ball that they had there at the ballpark.
Don't tell me it broke a window.
Hit the window and shattered it. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's a legendary field, like you said, Jake. A field that I got to play on. It was always a unique ballpark.
2-2 pitch and a curveball.
It just had an old school feel to that field, and
absolutely.
And then
it was like in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yeah, and then they add that turf. I mean, turf is it's awesome. I mean, the turf is cool and all, but that pitch can be hit hard up the middle for a base hit, right over the head of Everett.
So a leadoff single for the 8-hole hitter Delgado, and to the plate, Gage Centeni.
It's cool to come out here to Portland. They have a grass field.
Yeah, one of the only grass fields left, huh?
Yeah, I believe them and Flower Bluff in the district are the only 2 fields. Obviously Whataburger Field as well, which hosts a lot of games, a lot of district games.
The Riverside Park out in Victoria, they have a grass outfield still, but turf infield, and throw down to first base. Not in time over there.
Ball's thrown in the dirt.
Called the plate was a ball, so
James Pedal turning into the catcher.
Trying to block it.
He's
got a big chest over there.
Yeah, you don't block it.
Young man.
You don't block that ball. It goes into right field, and then as a first baseman, you get the blame. Even though the catcher did throw that one in the dirt.
He's a big target over there. He takes after big brothers.
So 1-0 count. Have another pickoff attempt from Everett. For scoring at home, those do not count as pitches. We saw Jojo Escobedo about 25 of them.
Yeah, he had that poor kid diving back in there. Showing bunt right there, and it's a called strike. So Centeni, the 9-hole hitter, he is the center fielder for San Antonio Home School. 8, 9, and 1 due up, and that pitch is going to miss for ball 2. 2-1 the count. No virtual scoreboard, no real scoreboard out here at the ballpark, as they were having issues with the scoreboard. Justin trying to help them out, but nobody could get it going. They said they actually had an issue, right, Justin, with the...
Yeah, they had to get Spectrum out here.
Spectrum hooked them up yesterday, but for some reason today just...
I believe the assistant coach for Gregory-Portland was out here. He was a Mr. Do-It-All for the coaching staff.
Coach Elmeyer.
Yeah, they had him in the PA, the music.
Tries to lay down the bunt, but
head coach has enough. Head coach has enough to think about.
Yeah, Coach Elmeyer's been here for a while. He was an assistant under Coach Stanley as well. So I remember Coach Elmeyer being out here, and he's just a good dude, man.
Yeah, he's definitely. He's been up here in the booth with us a few times, and even over there at the other field, and just making sure we're taking care of as much as he can. That pitch going to miss for ball 3.
Coach Elmire even texting me their starting lineup at times.
We've had some good hosts. We're out in Bishop for the Bishop Invitational. That coaching staff took good care of us. That 3-2 pitch can be swung on and missed for strike 3. Coach Chapman and Coach Lopez over in Calallen taking care of us as well. And then here in Gregory-Portland with Coach Jonesy and his staff.
Yeah, it's been
We're
a
kind
fun.
of lucky.
Yeah, we've been
places where it might not be the most friendly, but they're definitely the local coaches. They know that we try to get out as many games as we can.
In the dirt with the pitch to the leadoff man, Gabriel Garza. Garza is 0 for 1 in this ball game.
And calling as many games as we have, Jake, we've got to run across all the different coaches around this area, and it's pretty cool.
I believe this is game number 56. So 56 games.
We'll have
actually, no. Yes. Yes, it is 56.
Yes, no, maybe so.
Lost count there for a second.
Lost count after 50.
Stop counting after 50. Line drive and in and out of the glove of Roman, but he'll throw over to second for 1 and on to first base in time to complete the double play. 5-4-3 if you're scoring it at home. Roman comes in and makes a nice play at third base. So for the Wolverines, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. Hernandez, and Rodriguez due up when we come back. Blast Vision live from Portland, Texas.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Justin Perales and Jake Vasquez on the call as we head into the top of the 4th inning. 5-0 lead for the Trojans. It is Hernandez, and Rodriguez. AJ Hernandez lead it off. He popped up to shortstop his last time up, as Jake Ward will take the mound again. He's unofficially at 62 pitches on the day.
Top of the 4th inning, 5-0 Trojan lead. No virtual scoreboard.
We'll have the Gregory-Portland Wildcats hosting the Robstown Cotton Pickers coming up next. And the last game will be Ingleside and the Veterans Memorial Eagles. So we're down to the last 3 games here. We're an hour into this ball game.
So 12 o'clock and 2:30 scheduled first pitches for both of those games.
Expect that to be a couple minutes before. A trend with this tournament is all the games have been running just about 4 or 5 minutes
ahead of
schedule, and which is great. As I talked about, these tournaments where it's just round robin, you're just playing your games. It's a little bit easier to get those games done in 2 hours. The first pitch going to be bunted to the third base side. Third baseman going to pick it up, and he is going to throw out Hernandez over at first.
Tries to get himself going with the bunt like he did in his first at bat. Just good play right there by the third baseman Moy, and he does get him for out number 1.
That'll bring up Derek Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 1. As I was saying though, Jake, we've been to those tournaments where there's seeding play, and those games majority of the time have to be finished so that way they can get the proper seeding, and those games kind of run longer and ends up making for a long day at the ballpark.
Longer.
First pitch to Derek going to be called strike one.
Derek 1 for 1 with a walk. Singled his last time up, came around to score.
Yeah, these tournaments, so many teams just looking for places to play with this crazy season, and it was too many teams to even have. Is that pitch going to miss? Ball one. When you have this as many teams as we do in this tournament, it's just a lot easier just to have the round robin. Everybody gets their 5 games.
And this tournament actually changed at the last minute too, so some changes made because the Robstown Cotton Pickers were left without a tournament, and I believe it was their school district that canceled a road trip. So they had a road trip planned to I'm not sure where they were going for their tournament, and the school district canceled that road trip, so they had to scramble to find a tournament. Coach Jonesy,
I believe Wednesday night is
when that
Jonesy
happened.
Found out, yeah. So one day before the tournament, did a good job of just moving some games up and shuffling around some teams.
So we got a last minute updated schedule, but it all worked out.
That 1-1 pitch going to be called strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I believe that's part of what happened with the Cal Allen tournament last weekend as well, because there was a lot of last minute changes made to that tournament as well.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch going to be hit out in the left field. That ball is going to get down. It's going to get by the left fielder as well. So Hernandez is going to have a stand-up double. So another good piece of 2-strike hitting there for Derek Hernandez, as that'll bring up the left fielder Roman Rodriguez.
Yeah,
I know for the Trojans, you would normally on a normal season you would see them head down to Laredo opening weekend, and then it'd be followed by the next weekend at the Myra's Sports and More Classic here in Corpus, and then the third tournament, it's changed a couple times throughout the years. Last year that they were in Canyon Lake. So this year with obviously everybody knows what's going on, they had to kind of change some things around,
and I found out that's a district call. So your district makes the call on that, and the CCISD deciding that the CCISD teams anyways were not going to do any traveling or minimal traveling because Carroll, I believe Carroll is in Victoria, but I'm
close enough where they can travel back and forth.
Yeah, pretty positive they are traveling back and forth to be able to be in that tournament.
So 1-0 count here to Rodriguez. 1-0 pitch going to be called strike one. Yeah, I was listening to a couple of the Floresville kids, and they played a late game on Thursday. Turned around, went home, and came back for a 12 o'clock start the next day.
Wow, so Floresville is not even staying.
No, Floresville's not. So
wow,
I guess it's a district
right
thing.
Outside of San Antonio.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Wow.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch is going to get a piece of Rodriguez, so he'll take first base. So that'll bring up the first baseman, number 23, James Pedales. Pedales 1 for 1 of the day. Yeah, I believe like we have the Sitting Pirates. They're out in Dripping Springs playing in a big tournament over there. Those teams, a lot of ranked teams there. I believe they're 3-1 on the weekend so far.
Yeah, playing some really good baseball with some young guys, but
Yeah.
I mean they can play, and
They believe they're 11-3 right now on the season. So they actually beat the home team, the host team, Dripping Springs. I believe it was a 2-0 ball game. I was kind of keeping up with that on Twitter yesterday, and it's a good team to follow.
Yeah, I agree.
So the first pitch here to Perales, going to be popped up into foul territory.
You and I got a chance to talk to Coach Alanis last weekend at the Cal Allen tournament, and he said the big difference for them is, kids buying in and hitting the weight room and just getting bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah, we got to see them. We were right there talking to Coach, and his team was warming up, and almost looked like a football team out there.
Well, most of those kids are on the football team. So, yeah, they did look like a football team out there.
The 0-1 pitch to Perales is going to be fouled off to the left side. So 0-2 count.
That's the other thing he talked about with us. You know, those small town schools that he had 5 kids in the actual baseball class because most of those kids are in football, playing football. And he said, and
We didn't touch a baseball till I think he said end of November, I believe, is when he said they actually touched the baseball for the first time.
Yeah.
They just lived in the weight room, worked on speed and strength. So the 0-2 pitch to Perales, going to miss outside. Derek Hernandez going to take third base.
Speaking of speed, so the double steal as Roman will swipe second. So second and third here for the senior first baseman, James Perales. 1-2 the count.
Looks like the infielders will. So left side looks like they're going to move in. There comes the second baseman, so they'll have infield in. The middle's a little bit halfway. The 1-2 pitch. Going to be hit out into center field. That ball is going to get down. So 1 runner will score. So a single, RBI single there for Perales, just throwing the bat out there.
Drives in Derek Hernandez. Roman Rodriguez to third base. So runners at the corners here for John Everett.
We've seen it yesterday, Jake. He talked about it. You can hit a ball as hard as you can right at somebody and be called out, and then you can hit a ball barely off the end of your bat and get a base hit and
We
get
saw
rewarded.
that.
So
James did it yesterday.
Yeah,
Line drive shot straight to the shortstop.
baseball's a crazy sport.
Yeah, yeah, man. You can do everything right and not get rewarded, and then do everything wrong, and somehow get a base hit out of it. Not that James did anything wrong, but
That pitch going to be hit out into center field. Shortstop going to go into shallow center, make the catch. So pop fly out there for John Everett on the first pitch. And that'll bring up Nomar Signs. Signs 1 for 2 with the double. I believe he had scored 2 RBIs there. So him and James Perales going back and forth with the RBIs.
a little contest between the two young men who have pretty much played ball together there.
For a long time. That first pitch going to miss for ball 1.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and they swap that spot out pretty often too.
Got video of those guys when they were little, traveling to watch myself and Nomar's brother play ball. Now they're getting their shot to play. So the 1-0 pitch going to miss down.
I remember
It felt like just yesterday they were little kids running around the field, and
James is a bat boy for the Moody Trojans for several years while you were playing ball.
now they're seniors this year. So 2-0 count here to Signs.
Time flies when you're having fun, Justin.
Yeah, that's for sure. That 2-0 pitch going to be swung on and miss. So Jacob Ward in the stretch. The 2-1 pitch going to be fouled off to the left side. Two count.
Senior heavy Moody team this year. A lot of these guys, as we mentioned, 3-year starters for the Trojans. They've got some pretty good juniors, pretty good junior class as well, and a couple of sophomores that have contributed. Pitch going to be grounded up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, flip to second, and they will force Perales for out number 3. So here in the top of the 4th inning, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Our score, 6-0 Moody. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, you're listening to Blast Vision Live from Portland, Texas.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staple Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staple Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staple Street is set to open in early 2022. Staple Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust.
Welcome back to the Staple Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Justin Perales and Jake Vasquez on the call. We'll have a pitching change. Looks like Marley Bernal will come in to pitch. Marley, young man, we saw get to play some third base yesterday and swing the bat. So Marley, let's see if we have any other changes. Looks like we don't.
See if I can get you some numbers here on Marley on the mound. Did a great job yesterday on defense for Moody and hit the ball well as well. Got the walk-off home run into right field in the early ball game against the Ingleside Mustangs. And let's see, Marley, he has one start. He's 1-0 on the season, 4 appearances, 6 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 3 runs, 1 earned on 8 hits, 4 walks, and 12 strikeouts. 1.05 ERA for Bernal. The junior right-hander. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Garrett Rangel. 0-1 the count. Rangel singled his first time up, so 1 for 1 in the ball game. It was a hot shot up the line, up the third base line. Ball and a strike to Rangel.
They're going to call that a strike, Jake.
So
0-2 count. Yeah, I thought that was a ball as well.
And there's ball 1, so 1 and 2. Shout out to the one and only, self-proclaimed one and only Nancy P in the stands, a.k.a. the Peanut Gallery.
That pitch going to miss for ball 2.
Also a shout out to Rita Serna checking in, rooting for the Trojans. Thank you, ladies, for checking in with us.
Let's go Trojans.
Rita Serna, a long-time Moody Trojan fan, as that one is going to be lifted into center field, going back at Hernandez, and it gets over his head to the wall. And rounding first, headed for second base, in there sliding. So Rangel 2 for 2 in the ball game with his second hit. Rita and her husband Tony, they have been Moody Trojan fans for a long, long time and hardly miss a game. A little bit different here in COVID times, and so good to see that they are still keeping up with the team, watching the games.
We're glad to help y'all out too.
Good people right there. Pitch from Bernal misses for ball 1. And the batter is the catcher, Ian Ruggiero. So Ruggiero to the plate. And the young man 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Bernal deals strike 1. Ball and a strike.
You got a lot of updates on your iPad there, Jake.
Yeah, I gotta. That's project for the. It's a Sunday project right there. We're gonna take care of that business. So, Makes it a lot easier to.
They're going to say he did not go there, so ball 2.
You see Ramos there pointing to the field umpire, trying to see if he can make the call, but the home plate umpire does. Yeah, we're going to fix that whole notification.
We're an hour 20 into this ball game. 6-0 lead for the Trojans. Two 1 pitch. Gonna miss for ball 3.
That time he says he did go around, so 3-1. I don't know.
Who knows?
Thought he went further with the other swing, but we don't get to make that call. So full count here on Ruggiero, and here comes a pitch from Bernal. Is going to miss up for ball 4. So first two batters for the Wolverines will reach first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. 6-0 Moody lead, and they will send to the plate their designated hitter, Chance Chapman. And Chapman 0 for 1 with a strikeout. We can get you the final line also on Everett. Let's do that here in just a second, as the first pitch showing bunt, butts it foul. So John Everett started the ball game for Moody. He is in line for the win. He cannot lose. And 3 innings pitched, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. And it's an 0-1 count on Mr. Chapman. Again showing bunt, and both runners will throw over there to second base as the trail runner, and he's going to get there in time. So the lead runner, Rangel, took off. They try and get Ruggiero, but they're both going to be safe. So second and third, nobody out. 0-2 count here on Chapman. Bernal from the windup, and that pitch misses up. Ball and 2 strikes. Game 1 of 3 from the home of the Gregory-Portland Wildcats. Jake Vasquez and Justin Perales with the call here in this one, and the pitch going to be fouled off at the plate. Chance Chapman with great hair at the plate for the Wolverines. Bernal delivers a pitch, ground ball to the third baseman, Roman with a strong throw over to first base. Nice play right there. A run will come in to score as Rangel crosses home plate. So 6-1 Moody on the ground out by Chapman. Richie Roman with the backhand right there, and
We know he could throw it on the mound.
and he could throw it across the diamond as well. It looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. He's going to take over on second base. Let's see. Might have to use the binoculars because the number's hard to see. That's
Number
that
19.
royal blue on. Good job right there, Justin. You're right. Number 19.
It'll be Morris. So Morris running at second base.
The batter is Tristan.
We have too much fun up here.
Tristan Eilers. So Eilers to the plate. And Tristan 0 for 1 with a fly out to left.
Gotta have some fun up here.
Sometimes too much fun.
So Marty Bernal gonna step off. Peanut gallery at it again.
Not even in the booth.
Not even in the booth, yeah. So you don't have to be up here to give us a hard time. So the first pitch going to be hit to third base. Roman going to pick it up. Fire over to first.
Richie Roman, just a sophomore over there at third base for the Moody Trojans. And, man, we've seen him impressive on the mound, but showing off the defensive skills, flashing the leather out there. A couple of nice plays for the young man.
Keeping the hat on. So +2.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, coming into this season, Coach Gurriel had nothing but good things to say about Richie Roman, so not surprised to see the young man.
Pitch is going to be fouled back.
The batter is Lucas Landon. Did they come out with the pole at some point? We didn't see him?
He's kind of gone back and forth.
Okay.
Got the balls off the softball side. I was going to try to go get those later on.
You climbed the fence?
Yeah, I was going to just try
a
something.
little Spider-Man move. Pitch is going to miss low. Ball and a strike. Two down here in the bottom of the fourth. 6-1 Moody lead. 1-1 count on the batter. Here comes the pitch. And it's going to miss for ball 2. So Marley Bernal, the right-hander on the mound for the Moody Trojans here in relief. This is his first inning of work. Lucas Landon at the plate for the Wolverines. And a timeout called. So
Ball was hit out in the right field, and I guess from the batting cages, Rodriguez picked it up and just fired it all the way out of play.
That pitch fouled off. First base side going to get into the, actually gets out of play. So 2-2 the count. Courtesy runner for the catcher over at second base, making his way back to second.
2-2 pitch. We fouled into foul territory. Bedala's giving chase.
Yeah, it looks like he might have run out of room. We couldn't see anymore.
-2. Got scared of the fence. Gotta have that.
I think it actually went off the dugout.
Gotta have it still, Jake. No excuses.
I'm going to give him those 2 back. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bernal gives the runner at second base a look. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. So Landon will go down swinging for out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. 1 man left on base. Sanchez Gonzalez and the third base spot, which we're assuming will be Richie Roman, due up next when we come back. Last Vision Live from Portland, Texas.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Welcome back to the Stable Street Meat Market broadcast booth. Jake Vasquez, Justin Peralez with the call. And Jacob Ward back out on the mound for the Wolverines. This will be his 5th inning of work. We have him unofficially at exactly 80 pitches. That is unofficial.
It'll be Sanchez, Gonzalez, and we're thinking it'd be Richie Roman. We will wait to see.
6-1 Moody.
Damian Sanchez 1 for 1 on the day. Base hit and a sac fly.
And again, unofficial, but we have exactly an hour and 30 minutes into the ball game. Unofficial.
Unofficially official. We try to start it as soon as that first pitch is thrown. Try is the key word.
Magic 81 checking in.
Same two people.
Yeah. It's Double J on the mic.
First pitch going to be missed for ball 1. So 1-0 count here to the Damian Sanchez. 6-1 lead for the Trojans. Top of the 5th inning. That pitch going to be swung on and missed. Coach Gurriel putting his jacket on. A little warm out there for a jacket. Got the old school Moody jacket on. 1-1 pitch to Sanchez. Going to be hit up the middle. Second baseman Delgado. Ball's going to kind of eat him up a little bit, and Sanchez can run. Going to get on an air there. So that'll bring up Aiden Gonzalez, the shortstop. Aiden Gonzalez 1 for 2 on the day. Aiden Gonzalez with a single to center field and a line out to center field. His 2 at bats. First pitch to Gonzalez. Going to be hit out of the left field, down left field line. That ball is going to get down. Damian Sanchez is going to advance all the way to third. So it'll be a stand-up double there for Aiden Gonzalez. Not trying to do too much, just putting it right down the line, as we'll have Richie Roman. He will hit here. So Richie Roman, not sure how many at-bats he has this season. Not sure if he has any at-bats yet. Young man's done a lot of his work on the mound. So he'll come up to bat with 2 runners in scoring position.
Let's double check that for you. I think it might be his first at bat. Let's see.
Yeah, his first plate appearance of the year. First pitch. Going to be hit out into center field, and he'll get a base hit. So his first at bat, he's going to drive in 2 runs on a single. So Richie Roman.
How about that?
Says PO's can hit it too.
How about that?
So
Playing some good defense over at third base and then driving in 2 runs on his first hit of the season in his first plate appearance.
we've seen guys like Isaac Vidal getting some opportunities and capitalizing. Now we see Richie Roman.
Hey, getting some
8-1 ball game.
notching a couple of columns right there.
So AJ Hernandez will step up here. He is 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch going to miss outside for ball 1.
You know, we talked about it. We've talked about it on many occasions, several times when we were talking about Roman Rodriguez and how, you know, when you get the opportunity, you got to make the most of it.
Going to have a pickoff attempt.
And Richie Roman, the sophomore, you know, pitching in a couple of ball games, a big one against the Ray Texans, and man, he was just matching Kevin Goss, another sophomore for the Ray Texans. They're matching each other pitch for pitch. Look like a couple of seniors out there throwing for those 2 teams. And
So 1-0 pitch going to miss for ball 2.
Richie was the hard luck loser at the end of a 1-0 ball game. The Ray Texans.
I'm going to give him 3 hits there. We've seen the young man have some good outings. That pitch going to be hit hard, but right at the shortstop. Shortstop going to flip over to second base. Second base on to first, and they will complete the double play.
So 6-4-3 if you're scoring that one at home on the double play, and that will clear the bases. So 2 down here. Top of the order for the Moody Trojans, Derek Hernandez to the plate.
Derek is 2 for 2 on the day. A walk, a base hit to center, and a base hit to left field. Actually, a double to left field.
He's added to his runs scored column. 2 runs scored here in this ball game.
First pitch going to miss for ball 1.
Couple of stolen bases for the young man as well, leading the team in stolen bases.
1-0 pitch going to miss outside. Ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, it's fun to see him on the base path, Jake.
Him and Aiden Gonzalez.
They don't like to stay still for long. The 2-0 pitch going to be called strike.
And AJ Hernandez as well.
One thing we have seen this weekend, Jake, is a lot of moving parts for the Trojans, as getting guys in motion, and it's led to a lot of runs scored. It puts the defense in some tough spots.
Yeah, you've seen it, you know, and you see it all the time. You put the guy in motion, and then the batter will hit it where that fielder was previously occupying that spot. And
you just create some offense, and something good that we're seeing here. That pitch can be fouled back.
Not sure if it was, with the way things ended last season or what, but the Moody Trojans weren't the only team that we've seen kind of sleepwalk through the first, week or so, or first couple of weeks of the season, just kind of, not really getting going. The energy was low, and you see them now starting to turn things around, several of those teams.
That pitch can be fouled back.
In fact, that was one of the things Coach Medina talked to me about. He said, I'm watching these teams. He said, I don't want my team to be one of those teams. I want them to have, energy when they get out there, and I want us to, and this is what he told me. He said, if you can't see the scoreboard and you're just watching us play, I want us to look like the game is tied at 1 run apiece, and we're in it every single time.
The 3-2 pitch. Over his head, going to hit it to the second baseman. Second baseman going to flip it to the pitcher, and the pitcher is going to beat Hernandez over to first. Kind of like an excuse me swing there. Having some trouble here.
Before the Trojans, they do add 2 runs on the RBI single,
So
2 RBI single by Richie Roman. So 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and no one left on base. Moy, Delgado, and Centeni due up for the homeschool team. Blast Vision live from Portland, Texas.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.
Welcome back to the Staples Street Meat Market broadcast booth. JP and JV on the call. As we have some changes here, Pito Soto will take over for Perales at first base, and Justice Salazar will take over for Damian Sanchez in right field.
We think that's all the, pretty sure that's all the changes made. Barney Bernal back out on the mound.
Unofficial.
His second inning of work, and he will face 7, 8, 9 in the Wolverine order, Moy, Delgado, and Centeni. And it is Hamilton Moy, the third baseman, that will lead things off. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. And Bernal starts him off. And the pitch is going to be grounded through the left side for a base hit. So Moy with his first hit of the ball game, a leadoff single. And that's going to bring Aiden Delgado to the plate. And Delgado 1 for 1, singled his first time up. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Our score is 8-1 Moody.
We're an hour 40 into this game, unofficially.
Pitch on the way, and it's going to miss for ball 1. Not likely we'll see a full game here in this one, Justin.
Doesn't look that way, but
we'll see. So the 1-0 pitch is going to be grounded softly. First base side, fielded by Bernal. The throw to first is in time. Works like a bunt. Does get
a power bunt.
Does get the runner over to second base. So Moy at second and in scoring position here.
Number 13 will come in to hit. Garza, Matty Garza.
Pinch hitter for Delgado. And Delgado had a base hit in the ball game, but actually Delgado was with the ground out, so pinch hitting for Centeni. And that pitch looped into the glove of Soto over at first base. So good job. Another sophomore. Sophomores at the corners here for the Trojans. 2 down. Back to the top of the order. Gabriel Garza to the plate. And Gabriel 0 for 2. A fly out, grounded into a double play in his last at bat. That was a nice play started by Roman over there at third base. And pitch from Bernal, gonna miss up for ball 1. That's kind of cool yesterday too. Justin, looked like we were in the batter's box the whole entire day, right there behind home plate. Got a good look at every pitch coming in. 1-0 pitch. And it's gonna miss up and in.
Had to fight through Mr. Art Green, standing 6'4", blocking our view there a little bit, but
we had to actually move the camera in that game.
Move the camera a little bit.
Give a better look. Funny story about Art Green, and that pitch is going to be ripped into left field, going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third, here comes the throw, and it's going to be not in time. Throw from Rodriguez. So RBI single, advancing to second base on that throw. And the Wolverines add a run. So 8-2 Moody here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 down. And Garza at second base now. Rangel to the plate. And Rangel is 2 for 2 in the ballgame. Singled and doubled in his last at bat. Also came around to score. And timeout going to be called. And the pitching coach, Andrew Cantu, is going to make a change here. So that's going to be it for Bernal, and it looks like
there.
Yeah, it was a little confusing, and
so Derek Hernandez will come in to throw.
It looks like Jojo Escobedo is going to come in to play second base. So a defensive change there as well.
Coach Gurriel getting some guys some time here in the field. Guys that are majority of them pitchers.
So we'll stay here. I'll tell you that story about Art Green. He called that one game, and then kind of in between the next game, I saw him talking, and I think he was talking to Coach Jonesy. Anyways, I'm not sure what the stories they were talking about. Just kind of overheard him. The only thing I really heard out of that whole story was he says, "Well, I didn't want to tell him nothing. He was a big guy. I was afraid." And if you know,
imagine who's bigger than that guy.
And he was absolutely being sarcastic, but it was just funny to hear him say that. You know,
that guy has stories for days. Been umpiring for a long time. I know some big games that I've played in my high school career was Art Green was there.
He's got that
See quite a few.
legendary strike call. I mean,
yeah,
unique.
That's my voice thinking about it.
Yeah.
A lot of these umpires, I mean, there's still quite a few that were around when I was playing ball, so it's cool to see him. First thing he told me yesterday was, "Don't give me a hard time, please."
He was calling balls and
I
strikes.
promised him I wouldn't. I was standing right behind him there. I had the headset on though, so I had to act right. So we're back in the action. Derek Hernandez on the mound. Garrett Rangel up to bat. First pitch. Going to be called strike one. Derek, a young man, hasn't got much time on the mound, but we saw him on Monday in that marathon game come in to finish the game. Actually closed out the game. Got the save for the Trojans.
Looks like in that game, his only appearance of the season, and he pitched 2/3 of an inning.
I was actually pretty impressed with him. He came out throwing a lot of strikes, throwing the ball hard.
No runs, no hits, no walks, 1 strikeout.
That pitch can be called strike 2, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Garrett Rangel, the batter.
That pitch going to be hit up the middle. Runner was on the move, so he's going to come around to score.
So they have not been able to retire Rangel today. He's hit off of 3 different pitchers, and he has himself 3 base hits, 2 singles, and a double, and he drives in a run. So 8-3 Moody Trojans here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's going to bring up Ian Ruggiero, the catcher. And Ruggiero is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Hernandez delivers a strike. 0-1 the count. Hernandez leaning in for the sign, comes set at the belt. Here comes the pitch, and that pitch is going to miss low for a ball. Throw down to first base, not in time. Ball and a strike. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And here comes the pitch. There's a strike. 1-2. Would have to think that this would be the last at bat here for the Wolverines. We're an hour 47 into the ball game, but not too sure if that's going to be the case. Here comes a pitch in the dirt, and it gets away from Ramos up the first base side. So Rangel in at second base. Last out, the hardest one to get, Justin.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it quite a few times already in these tournaments. You get to that last day of the tournament, last game of the tournament. We saw it last week in Robstown. Moody Trojans with a 6-2 lead. That game ended up, our 6-1 lead ended up being 6-4 final. 2-2 pitch. Gonna miss for ball 3.
Question for Magic 81: how many hits against Bishop? How many do the Trojans have right now? I'm not sure about against Bishop, but right now the Trojans with 10 hits here in this ball game. I don't think they were in double-digit hits against the Badgers, but I could be wrong as that one's fouled off. Could probably find out for you pretty quick here. Let's see. Game against the Badgers, the Trojans had 7 hits.
So we'll have a 3-2 pitch from Hernandez. Going to be called strike 3.
And that is the ball
game here. So the final here, we'll get you some finals.
As the Trojans get the win.
Winning pitcher will be John Everett. Losing pitcher would be Mr. Ward.
And for Moody, 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Wolverines, 3 runs on 6 hits. They committed 1 error. And Everett, as Justin said, gets the win. 3 innings pitched, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And for Jacob Ward, he goes the distance for the Wolverines. 5 innings pitched, 8 runs, 7 earned, on 10 hits, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. And that is going to be it for the Trojans here at the, actually for the Trojans and the Wolverines here at the Gregory-Portland Tournament. So next ball game as the two teams there coming into the dugouts now, and it's going to be the Veterans Memorial Eagles and the, oh no, right now it is the Gregory-Portland Wildcats and
Robstown Cotton Pickers.
Robstown Cotton Pickers. It's a little mixed up there.
Been a long weekend, Jake.
Yeah.
I want to appreciate thank you to everybody for listening in. We appreciate you listening in. Jake has 2 more games coming to you live. So if you want some more baseball, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got that next ball game coming up, and then the final game of the weekend will be the Veterans Memorial Eagles and the Ingleside Mustangs. Quick shout out to John Perales Jr. checking in on the chat right before we go off the air. So, like Justin said, big thank you to everybody who has watched these ball games with us and hit us up on the chat, keeping us company. Also, big thank you to all of our sponsors this weekend. Couldn't do this without those folks. And Staples Street Meat Market, Z-Bart, Lithia, and Johnny Luna over at Auto Nation. Also 361 HS Blast. So thank you to those guys. Aaron Moy checking in on the chat as well here right at the end, and appreciate you checking in there. So that's going to do it for this ball game. I'll go off the air for a little bit. I'll be back on. The next game is scheduled for a 12:30 first pitch, so I'll go on right before that. I just noticed I have over an hour. That's very rare, but with the game finishing early, that's kind of nice. I'll get a little break, and I'll probably be on the air in exactly an hour, about 10 minutes before game time, get you some starting lineups and get you going for the next ball game. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of the action. We're 56 games into the season for Blast Vision, but we've got plenty of baseball left on the season in regular play. Oh, it's a 12 noon first pitch. Never mind. Got too excited there. So 12 noon first pitch for this next ball game. just in case you're going to check in, don't check in late. That goes to the broadcaster included. So thanks again. Jake Vasquez signing out. Justin Perales signing out. We'll see you guys here in just a bit. Blast Vision live from Portland, Texas.
With the sun staying out later and the weather getting warmer, get out and grill. Staples Street Meat Market has the best selection of quality meats for your next barbecue. Known for their Angus beef fajitas, smoked sausages, and new authentic family recipe, Ponle brand spices. Like us on Facebook and never miss our weekly specials. We're located at 7626 South Staples Street, number 111 in Kings Crossing. But coming soon, our new location at 7418 South Staples Street is set to open in early 2022. Staples Street Meat Market, proud supporters of South Texas athletics.
Rick Sines with Z-Bart of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Stop by their location at 4535 Everhart for auto alarms, window tint, diamond gloss, auto detailing, rhino linings, and more. Call 361-985-9274 for more information or to make an appointment. Z-Bart, it's us or rust. Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram of Corpus Christi is a proud supporter of South Texas athletics. Come by and see us at 4313 South Staples in Ottotown. We'd like to wish all of the local teams the best of luck this season from your friends at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram. .361hsblast.com, your newest source for Coastal Bend 5A baseball and football news. Matt Rogers, Jake Vasquez, George Vondercheck, Stu Duncan, and Pete Garcia, positively spotlighting student athletes, coaches, programs, and schools. through insightful features, video, game stories, stats, fan polls, schedules, rosters, and so much more. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 361hsblast.com. Come check us out.
Johnny Luna with AutoNation Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, and Buick, inviting everyone into the dealership to take a look at the inventory, including brand new 2021 models. But wait, there's more. AutoNation also has the biggest selection of pre-owned cars in town. Free window tint with purchase of any vehicle when you mention you heard this ad on Blast Vision Live. Come and get sold and rolled.
Looking to expand your customer base? Hit a home run and advertise right here on Blast Vision. For more information, contact Jake Vasquez at 361-434-0705. That's 361-434-0705. Join us and show your support for South Texas athletics.